From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And he will handle first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try to protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on third down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Niners at 11-4 now on the year. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
He'll get this up to about the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down, here's Smith again. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Harper. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 5. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll drop to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Harper. He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Let's go.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Walker now on 1st and 10. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 2nd down, Harper. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Off play action. Harper. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Smith trying to run for it. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Stephon Diggs. Touchdown number 18 on the year. Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Kenneth Murray came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Back to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I've played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
Back to throw here. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 15. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
They go play action here on first down. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Harper. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Back to throw again. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. They'll look to throw again. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Christian Watson with career touchdown number 60. And the Seahawks take a 3-touchdown lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This taken in at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
That's a tremendous start to the third quarter. These guys had their foot on the gas the entire first half. They continue to keep the accelerator down.
Let's go. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Second half begins with a run by Smith. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Harper. Diggs crossing the field and bringing it in. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Harper. There's Tremble, the tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. A first down carry for Smith. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Operating from the gun. Harper. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And it is 28-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. And that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And they will remain well behind.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Harper. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Throwing on first down. Harper running right through him. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks open the lead up to 34-0. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded right around the 8. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They begin with a run by Smith. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Off play action. Harper going deep for Diggs. And got his man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it is 42-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. The 40. Past the 20. He will score. Touchdown, 49ers. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. The extra point up and good by Garibay as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. He's at the 40. 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Seahawks. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. Here's a 2nd and 7. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On the move to his left. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Seahawks will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, and
nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
CD, it'll go into the books as just one win, but this is a really impressive win. They've done it on defense, and here they continue to do it on offense. Another score in the fourth quarter to widen that advantage.
I like where you were going with that one. Would you say, partner, it was really 3 victories today? Landslide on the scoreboard, emphatic victory on either side of the ball. They really got it done.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Setting up the screen, Harris. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So, roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And he'll find Chase on the right side complete.
Give him 2 yards. That sets him up. First and goal. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now first and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now back to throw. And now here is another interception.
And the Seahawks force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll look to throw.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. That is caught by Stewart. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.